NTB has been involved for many, many years now in evaluating, designing, and helping in implementation of emerging mobility technology solutions to provide the environment of a very sustainable transportation. PRTs, GRTs, personal rapid transit, which is PRT, can carry up to 4 to maybe 6 to 8 people. And then group rapid transit autonomous vehicles that could carry more than that, 12, sometime in some sizes, 20 people, again, operates in fully autonomous environment. These applications have been deployed in variety of environments, including college campuses, big convention centers, the first mile and last mile solutions. Key benefits of these AV solutions: technologies provide reduced infrastructure cost. The United States being such a large country, and every state having slightly different variations of regulations and requirements, it was difficult for deploying this in an open road approach. They should be ADA fully compliant, should be compliant to the National Fire Protection Agency codes, and should be compliant to ESC 2121. The other most desirable deployment environment, we believe, is the on-demand service, which makes it very flexible. Airport connector. This is a link between Cucamonga Station in the Rancho Cucamonga City. That's the Metrolink station. And the connection is to the Ontario International Airport. We are also currently working on under a public-private partnership. It is with the city of San Jose, is to connect San Jose Airport to the multimodal Deer Dawn train station. One is in Florida. HNTB is working on that one as well. And the most recent one that got announced about 2 weeks ago has been in Northern California, Contra Costa. We have West Valley Connector, another project under implementation by SVCTA. Cucamonga, in a way, is turning into like a mini or a small Union Station. Vehicles that are currently being selected by San Bernardino County Transit Agency is autonomous vehicles, rubber-tired, fully driverless. San Bernardino County has been working on this project to choose an infrastructure solution that is less intrusive environmentally. We considered deploying a tunnel subterranean solution that will be just one tunnel partitioned in 2 halves in the range of 20 to 24 feet internal diameter of this tunnel. And the construction of such a solution would be somewhere between 60 to 62 months.
With LA28, we are the organizing committee for the 2028 Olympic and Paralympic Games. In 1984, people speak fondly about how easy traffic was during the games. We're approaching transportation very differently. When people from outside of the country think about coming to Los Angeles for the 2028 Games, they don't think of the city of Los Angeles. They don't think of the 88 cities in Los Angeles County. They think of the entire region. They're going to be coming out here to San Bernardino County to go to places to recreate. They're going to be looking at national parks. They're going to be going to Las Vegas. They're going to be going to Southern California points like San Diego and Disneyland. So we need to look at the entire region. Our mission is really change the way that people get around, and our vision is to really transform how people think about moving in Los Angeles. So we want to lean on things like sustainability and equity and really innovation. And we've been working primarily with 3 really key groups. The first is what we call the Games Mobility Executives. That was something that was actually required as a part of our bid with the International Olympic Committee. We are a nonprofit, privately funded, independent organization. Second, we've been working with what LA28 has convened called community working groups. They're primarily focused on local hiring, small business opportunity, and sustainability. We need to provide a system to move all of the athletes and stakeholders and technical officials and national organizing committees, et cetera, to put on the games. Olympic athletes, and to think about the stress and pressure that they face. The last thing they want to worry about is, are they going to get there on time or are they going to get stuck in traffic? We'll be moving them not only to venues, but also to practice and training facilities, to the anti-doping facilities that they have to test, to their different National Olympic Organizing Committee homes, and then also supporting their friends and family. The second thing that we have to think about is the spectators and the workforce. On the busiest days of the game, we will not be promoting parking at venues. For 2 major reasons, we will not really be offering or providing parking at venues. The first is that in order to put on the Olympic Games, we actually need a fair amount of temporary facilities around those venues. So tents and different facilities for all the international teams, all the trainers, et cetera. Second, and more importantly, is from a security standpoint. Vehicular incursions into mass gatherings is a tremendous security threat. We will be doing everything we can to minimize and reduce the amount of vehicular traffic around venues. We'll be pushing those 500,000 spectators to utilize public transportation to the greatest extent possible. And we will also need to leverage the regional systems like Metrolink and Amtrak and other commuter rail systems. We're looking at getting somewhere on the order of 2,500 to 3,000 additional buses. Past U.S. Games have done this through what's been called a borrowed bus program. During the Paralympic Games, we actually hope to use more public transit buses to transport the Paralympic athletes because there's actually more wheelchair accessibility in most public transit buses than there are in coach buses.
West Valley Connector is one of the major projects I've been working on for most of the time. We're the public transit agency for the San Bernardino Valley. We provide what we call a family of services, so different service types. So the bulk of our service is what we call fixed routes, and then we also have bus rapid transit service. We operate some service with the smaller buses, including some fixed routes, as well as the Omni Access paratransit service. And then we also operate Omni Ride on-demand service called Mike. We also provide a variety of mobility services for seniors and people with disabilities, including travel training. We cover 15 cities as well as unincorporated portions of the southwest portion of San Bernardino County, known as San Bernardino Valley. We have 29 fixed routes. So some of those are express routes, some are bus rapid transit or community circulator services, and we provide connections to multiple Metrolink stations. So at Ontario International Airport specifically, we have 2 routes right now, Route 61 and the Ont Connect. We have a total of 91 average weekday riders at terminal. Both routes connect directly to the shelters that are at terminals 2 and 4. We're planning for bus rapid transit to provide more frequent and high quality service connecting to the airport. The Ont Connect, which we currently have connecting to the airport, that was a shuttle service. Omnitransit has been planning for bus rapid transit. It's more frequent. It has fewer stations. It operates in some dedicated bus lane and typically has transit signal priority, level boarding. The SBX Green Line is our first line that opened in 2014. And we're now planning, working cooperatively with SPCTA, San Bernardino County Transportation Authority, to plan our second SBX line, which is the purple line. It's a 19-mile corridor connecting the cities of Montclair, Ontario, Pomona, and Rancho Cucamonga, including the Ontario International Airport, the Cucamonga Station in Rancho Cucamonga, as well as the Pomona Downtown Metrolink Station, the Toyota Arena, Victoria Gardens, and Ontario Mills. So there are 33 stations in total. And for 3.5 miles of the corridor along Holt Boulevard through the city of Ontario, it will have dedicated bus lanes, and the line is expected to start operation in early 2026. So it'll be on time for the Olympics. Every 10 to 15 minutes frequencies. The corridor is expected to reduce overall end-to-end corridor travel time by 28%. We expect to increase transit ridership along the corridor by 30%. And so specifically at the Ontario International Airport terminals, the ridership is projected to increase by 45%.
So this is just a fun slide that I personally love because it shows the proximity to the other airports in Southern California, and then shows in blue our primary catchment area. We do have a very large catchment area. So we're right in the middle of it all at the 10, the 15, and also close to the 57. Part of our challenge, which our amazing marketing and communications team has and delivers on incredibly every day, is just getting the word out and letting people know. And we fully recovered from the pandemic downturn in 2022, serving 5.7 million passengers in 2022. This year, we will be well over 6 million, continuing to increase that international passenger service, and saw the busiest month for international passengers at our airport. We have a new airline operating at our airport, New Pacific Airways, that launched service to Las Vegas in the summer and then added additional flights to Nashville and Reno. just last month. Southwest Airlines has launched daily service to Houston Hobby in October. Volaris is increasing service to Guadalajara. And Southwest announced daily nonstop to Nashville, which will happen next year. We also have ONT Plus. So that is for non-travelers who want to go through security. It is very, very easy. Just another catchment area slide to highlight again that huge area that we serve, because I think it really is important when we talk about mode. 35 million annual passengers in 2050. And so we are right now doing a ton of planning work with ourselves, with our partners, with the FAA to try to plan to meet that demand. Other than LAX, all of the other airports do have caps right now on service or times, or on passenger caps. We also have 2 long runways. So the growth that is going to happen in this region is going to come to Ontario. This is just a conceptual vision of looking at the land side of potential midterm development. There is a parking structure, but at this current time, we would envision that central plaza area for ground transportation. We do anticipate having those SBCTA tunnel. So challenges as we're talking about connecting the airport to other to regional transportation. We have different regulators. So the FAA is very, very, very involved in land use at the airport and very concerned with airport revenue and loss of airport revenue. We have CBP and the TSA who are ultimately concerned with safety and security. We really want to be accessible to everyone, but for folks who are visiting for the first time or using those services for the first time, that can be confusing. So we need to make it easy and accessible for everybody. How individual passengers access the airport. On the bottom, that private passenger vehicles, which does include TNCs, is the activity at the airport, far surpasses any other type of activity. Now, when you have the buses and the shuttles, those have more people in them typically than the private passenger vehicles. But right now at ONT, 5 parking lots, and people are either driving themselves in parking or getting dropped off. And we would really love to see a shift in this.